luck tonight. Let's hope our timing is right. Hearts racing under bright lights. You've gotta roll. You peel out onto the track. Our hearts pumping so fast. Green flag waving this lap. So baby, go, go, go. Throttle my heart, stand on the gas. Needles buried, it can't last. Running too hot, go for the pass. White flag, last lap. Tires squealing, moonlight shines. Cars are standing, swerve out of line. Show 'em what you got, you're looking so fine. I'm still faster, baby. Track is clear, one lap away. NASCAR speed, no time to waste. I kissed you good luck tonight. Looks like our timing was right. Hearts racing under bright lights. You're on a roll. Hearts racing, hearing that sound. Big engine roaring so loud. I hope you heard me shout. Baby, go, go, go. Throttle my heart, stand on the gas. Needles buried, it can't last. Running too hot, go for the pass. White flag, last lap. Tires squealing, moonlight shine. Show 'em what you got, you're looking so fine. Checkered waves, got 'em at the line. I'm still faster, baby. I don't wanna go home. I wanna see that look in your eyes. So come on and kiss me. This close victory feels so right. Yeah.
Coming up turn 4, the crowd on its feet in 66, 24, 48, 72. They're at the line. It's the rookie. The teenager shows them today. What a race. What a race.
Throttle my heart, stand on the gas. Needles buried, it can't last. Running too hot, go for the pass. White flag, last lap. Tires squealing, moonlight shines. Cars are spinning, swerve out of line. Checkered waves, got 'em at the line. I'm still faster, baby. Oh yeah. Show 'em what you got. Pumped up. I'm still faster, baby.
Welcome to Millertime Motorsports 305 Sprint Car Series, a Weedsport roll 'em up tight week 7. Man, it's an exciting week in racing. Welcome into Weedsport, high above Weedsport, we may add. And we can't ask for better weather today here for the Weedsport Roll 'em Tight. After week 6, we came out of week 6 at Eldora Speedway, and we are now past the halfway point, and Jason Randolph is now currently your points leader. As you see there, your points coming across the screen there. Jason Randolph is your points leader, and he's been on fire. He is now 6 for 6. He has not been outside the top 5. He does have that one victory with 553 points. Sitting in that second position, the number 56 machine of Randy Shreves. He's been coming in strong here. He's got himself one win, 528 points, 4 top 10s and 3 top 5s. And then Ben Wart now has been on top of these pictures now. We have not seen him inside the top 3. We do now. He is your only 2-time winner so far in this summer series. And he has 525 points. Really good striking distance from Randy Shreves. 3 top 10s and 3 top 5s in that 14 machine. Out of the rest of the top 15, PJ Popham -1. He was in that third spot. Finished 11th last week at Eldora, and now he's sitting in that 4th position. He's been dropping after that first week 1 win. We should see what PJ is going to be able to do tonight. In that 5th position, Brandon Surratt. Brandon Surratt, he has not moved. He still stayed in that 5th position. Had a decent run last week at Eldora. Looking for another decent run here at Weedsport. In that 6th position, Jeff Flaro and Troy Flaro, they have moved up 1 spot into that 6th and 7th spot. Jeff Flaro, the son of, or the father of Troy Flaro. Jeff is leading over his son as of right now of after week 6. In that 8th position in points, Warren Samoy, he did drop down 2 points. He was a no-show last week. He used that as one of his drop races, so he was not here with us. So he dropped 2 points in the standings. In that 9th position, Zach Neely, he has not moved from that position. And rounding out your top 10, Byron Gay, he did move up 1 position. He has now cracked the top 10. Those other 2 notable areas back there, you see that they're blank. Seth French and Pat Boyce, they both were outside that top 15. They had now worked themselves inside the top 15. That is how the points look so far. As we try to work on our webcam here, we apologize for the inconvenience here. We were hoping to have a webcam up for you guys so you'd be able to see this, but unfortunately it is not working. So we will continue to work on that. That is a new feature that we did add to the program today. And so we hope to have that up soon. There we go. We might have it now. There we go. Guys, now we'll be able to talk to you as we broadcast this race. In between, we are inside the trailer just out front of Weedsport. We have our Dirt ITV trailer out there, and we are inside of it right now talking about Weedsport. And man, like I said, we couldn't have asked for any better weather right now. We did schedule this for a day race because we did have some rain coming into the area. So we will be racing this in the daytime, and we will not be doing this under lights. So this will be a day race for all of these guys. So we got to ask the question, where has PJ Popham been? In week 1, we seen that he was your winner at Volusia. Showed a lot of strength there. Came into week 2, had a rough outing. Came back in week 3, solid finish. But since then, we have not really talked about PJ Popham, so it'll be interesting enough to see if PJ Popham can get himself back in victory lane tonight here at Weedsport. Another name that's been thrown out there a lot this week by all of the drivers, and they think that he might be the guy to beat, and that is Troy Flaro. Troy Flaro has been out and about turning some really fast laps. It'll be very interesting to see what Troy Flaro is able to do. Currently, right now, on the top of the leaderboard, as you can see it tick across, looky there. The Flaros are on top of the leaderboard right now as we speak. So it'd be interesting to see if they will stay there the rest of the night or if they will struggle after qualifying is over. As you can see, the best lap times. We'll put the top 5 up there on the board there. There it is, the Flaros. That first one is Jeff Flaro in the 00, and he has a time out there of a 13.716. That's a smoking quick lap. Troy Flaro in that 2nd position in hot laps with a 13.745. And Greg Barnett in that number 5 machine with a 13.753. And then in that 4th position, we've seen them both up really close. Chris Syme with a 13.776. And then Zach Neely. Zach Neely in that 5th and final spot inside that top 5 for hot laps. And he is currently running a 13.814. We do not have any track trends for this track. This is the very first time that Millertime has ever been to this track. So with that being said, we don't know what to expect here. So it will be new for all of us to find out what happens here for the first running of Weedsport in Millertime. We're going to step away for a quick commercial break. We'll be back in just a few moments.
I wanted to see the best drivers that I possibly could on the same racetrack on the same night.
Welcome back to Weedsport in New York. Kind of centralized in the state of New York, so the Flero boys from Canada did not have that long of a haul to cross the border over into New York and be here tonight. And so I imagine they are going to be pretty fast here tonight, and it shows right now as they are on top of the leaderboard right now. Their most wins as of right now was coming into week 7. Ben Hort has those 4 wins in Millertime history. Nathan Brown with 3 wins. PJ Popham down there in 2, and Jason Randolph with 2. Randy Shrees picked up his first 305 career victory 2 weeks ago. And then Jeff Flero with 1 win. So we just said the Fleros, keep an eye on them here tonight. As you can see, the fans have made their way into the stadium, into the speedway here, and like I said, it is a perfect day for racing. As there we see Jeff Flero sitting in pit road. Right there is his son, Troy Flero, got his machine parked there in pit road. Got Greg Barnett actually pulling her out onto the track right now. Greg Barnett in that 5 machine will take a ride on with him. As you look on top of the wing of Greg Barnett coming out of the turn, you can see that this track has really slicked off here as these guys are wearing her down. But we'll reset it for qualifying. We'll get the track crews back out there, and it will be a beautiful track for qualifying. Hopefully it will be a fast one as well. Look on board of Greg Barnett. You can see him inside that car working that steering wheel left and right as this track is getting slick. On back in there, there's Chris Sign. Chris Sign in that 91 machine has come pretty alive recently, taking the Dirt ITV training sessions from Port St. Lucie, Florida. That's Chris Sign there. He's looking for a good outing tonight here at Weedsport. Thomas Hagelin. There's Thomas Hagelin there in that 94 machine. Tom Hagelin looking for a good run tonight as well. On board with Bryson. Bryson still within the top 15 in points, looking pretty good coming into the night. As we count down the time until we go green, we go qualifying. We are now under 4 minutes until we do go qualifying. So stay tuned, guys. We will have your qualifying here in just a few moments. It'll be interesting to see who will set the quick time tonight and be reminded of this your quick time tonight will also be your track record holder for Millertime Motorsports. So these guys are also going after that as well. It will be a track record for these guys if the top qualifier is able to put down a good lap to hold them off. Hopefully we see Millertime come back here at Weedsport. We see a really good show tonight. So it will be interesting to see if one of the Flaros could be a track record holder after tonight. As you can see right now, the drivers' meeting is underway as we speak. They are getting all the information, and one thing I do know is that pit road will be closed under green flag. You will not be able to re-enter the track until a yellow flag comes out. If that is the case and you come out whenever it's under green, you will be penalized. You probably end up getting removed from the race. Very crucial that we're not pulling out onto the track at those times. As we will get your grid back up here as we get set for qualifying. You can see the timer there is ticking down. We will be getting close. We will be getting close to qualifying. T-minus 2 minutes and counting for your Week 7 Millertime Motorsports race here at Weedsport. Your very first race here ever. So it'll be interesting to see what all happens and what all shakes down. The drivers' meeting gets ready to conclude. The drivers are walking back to their cars now. We will be firing engines for qualifying here. If you have not watched an iRacing qualifying, it is like a closed session. You will not be able to see all of the drivers out on the track. Each one of them go out there on their own and turn a lap, so we'll be able to track what kind of times they are turning. So we'll try to keep the top 5 on the board for you guys. We'll switch back and forth on it as you got the scrolling bar as well. We also have our tower ticker as well, so you guys will be able to look at it that way. This will be the way we will do qualifying. We've got 20 seconds left until we go qualifying. You'll see your favorite driver pop up on the board as they get out onto the raceway. I will call whose drivers are out onto the raceway so you guys know about when their times are going to come in. Guys, it is time to go qualifying. The engines are fired, the push trucks are behind the drivers, and we are ready to go qualifying here at Weedsport week number 7. The track has been resurfaced. We are ready to go. A little bit of cloud cover right now. No sun beating down onto the track, so it's nice tacky. Should be a fast one tonight. Will we see a potential 13-6? We shall see. We have Warren Samoy, Jason Randolph, Zachary Neely, Tyler Audrey, Troy Flero, all on the track right now. These guys are going to be turning laps. Your first laps are going to be coming across the board here in just a few moments. These guys are turning laps. Got several of them on here. Zach Neely currently right now your quick time. Sitting on top of the leaderboard, Zachary Neely with a 13.826. Warren Samoy with a 13.9. Bryson just took over that second position. Neely still in the first, and there you go. A quick time from Brandon Surt with a 13.750. That's a 13.750 by Surratt. Brandon Surt out there fast early on in that 73 machine. A couple other drivers now hitting the track now. Chris Sign, another guy out there that could potentially beat that track. Brandon Surt currently has your quick time. PJ Popham fans, he is down there in that 8th position. As Troy Flero is now out onto the speedway. Chris Sign now putting in a quick fast lap at a 13.825. He will take over that 2nd position. As Flero turns a lap there, not inside the top 10 yet. Chris Sign in that 2nd position. He's completed his lap. Bill Henry put down a good lap. He's in that 9th position. Greg Barnett's in the 8th position. Now Byron Gay just topped that. Now Troy Flero puts in a lap time of a 13.778. Still your quick time and your track record holder right now is Brandon Surratt in the 73 machine. Larry Bell out onto the speedway, now taking time. He's dropped into the 5th position with a quick time there. This is one of his best tracks. Larry Bell out there. Ted Muffle put in a time, and he's in that 15th position. There's a quick time! Seth French with a 13.717. Seth French on top of the leaderboard now in that set 54 machine. And he is currently your track record holder. Jeff Flero is on the speedway, though. Jeff Flero could potentially take over that spot. As we watch Jeff Flero turn his lap to see what kind of lap time he's going to potentially turn here. He is your last guy that could potentially break that. Jeff Flero out of turns number 4 for that lap. Jeff Flero with a 13.782. That's 4th quick, not being able to top the leaderboard there. Seth French is your top qualifier of the night and your track record holder. Seth French in the 54 machine with a 13.717. Seth French is your track record holder here. As now we get them lined up. We're going to get them lined up for your heat race action. We are looking at 33 drivers that have entered into the pits tonight. So we should see roughly 4, maybe 3, maybe 4 heat races. We'll see here from officials here in just about 20 seconds. They'll relay that message over to us as they get their lineups ready and let the drivers know where they are at. As we get closer to heat race action number 1 here at Weedsport in Millertime Motorsports. It is the very first trip that we have come here. As now we are getting set for your heat race number 1. The cars grid up on the front stretch. 10 laps will be the distance here. 10 laps will be the distance. We do have word from your officials that the top four will transfer out of this into the A main tonight. As you see there in the 69 machine, that will be Chris Miller. As we are trying to work on paint schemes here for iRacing. A load in here. At Weedsport in heat race number 1 will be Larry Bell. And the inside of him will be Jeff. Larry Bell takes the early command here on the outside. Larry Bell taking an early lead from Chris Miller. Chris Miller in that second position. Holding on strong there with a hard charging Seth French on back in here. Jason Randolph in that fourth position. He is your points leader right now, and he's looking for more. Looking to try to get around Seth French here. Seth French in that 54 yellow machine. Larry Bell still your leader up front with Chris Miller in the second position. They're running really strong right now. 1, 2. Larry Bell and Chris Miller. Seth French looking strong too as well. In that third position, and in that final transfer spot, Jason Randolph in the 47 machine. Jason Randolph trying to look for more. He needs to finish well here. Looking for another consistent top 5. Now looking on the inside of Seth French. Seth French holding him off. Now it's going to be a battle for that second position inside of Chris Miller. Chris Miller on the top side. Seth French on the bottom. It's side-by-side action. Now Randolph wants a piece of Seth French. Now on the bottom, they're going to go 2 wide. Going to try to put it 3 wide into 3. No. Randolph will go to the bottom side. Seth French will stay to the top. It's side-by-side with 4 laps to go. Chris Miller in that second position. Still trying to hold off a hard-charging Seth French while all this is going on. Larry Bell is running away with the show. In heat race, up the door for Jason Randolph. And Jeff Flair on the inside of Jason Randolph. Now, Jason Randolph gets a bump for Jeff for something more. So we got 2 laps down. The 2 fingers are up for the 53 machine. Wicked Energy of Larry Bell. The white flag is out. 1 lap around. Weedsport here in heat race number 1. That 53 machine looks strong tonight. Jeff Flaro in that second position, looking for a second here in heat race number 2. Larry Bell crosses the stripe. He's your race winner with Jeff Flaro in second. Third is Jason Randolph, and the final transfer spot goes to Greg Barnett. Brian Wagner will be 8th. Larry Bell is your winner in that race. As Larry Well, congratulations on your win. You look strong tonight. Good luck in your A main. Alrighty, heat race number 2 is fired away, and we are ready for heat race number 2. As this is only a 3 heat race night. As on pole on this one, we have not seen this guy for a few races. Kyle Vaughn in the 24 machine. He will be starting on pole on this one. Bryson will be starting in the second position. And in that third row, on the outside in this 53 machine of Brandon Surratt. In the 91 machine, Chris Sign. Chris Sign in the 91. You got Ted Buffle in there in that third row on the outside. He's got a chance here, and Bill Henry in the inside of row number 3. Pat Boyce in that 7th position. 8th on back in here is PJ Popham. Pace truck is out. We are about to go green flag racing out of 4. Green flag is out. They are fired away. Kyle Vaughn on the throttle early. He takes a race command right now. Chris Side looking on the inside of Bryson here. Looking underneath, trying to get more, not being able to do it right now. That top side starting to work itself in. Bryson takes that 2nd position over into 76 machine. Brandon Surt hard charging. Here comes a slider with the 73 machine underneath Chris Sine. Slide job. Chris Sine on the crossover on the inside. Side by side as they cross the stripe. 8 laps to go. Chris Sine. Another slider. Crossover move. Brandon Surt. Surt with another slider. Big slider. Crossover move. Sine. They're going back and forth as your race leader Kyle Vaughn runs away right now. That race is really heating up for that 3rd position. Contact out of turns number 2. Both drivers get in the wall, losing both positions. Now they're outside of the transfer spot. That brings up PJ Popham into that top 4 positions. He's in that 4th position. Ted Muffles in the 3rd position. They are your transfer positions. Chris Sine, Brandon Surt get together racing hard. Racing really hard. They knock each other out of the transfer spot. Will they be able to get back up in there? 5 laps to go here in heat race number 2. 5 laps to go. 5 laps to go. Now we've got 4 more laps around Weedsport here for Kyle Vaughn. Kyle Vaughn, your racing leader. Ted Buffle putting a really good strong run on in that 3rd position. There's a lot of heat going on for that 4th and final transfer spot. As PJ Popham's trying to work it there on the inside there. That's that hard. Brandon Surt's looking underneath. Brandon Surt's wanting that transfer spot. He knows it's going to be hard to get on up in through the field if he cannot get into the feature. Inside look here for Surratt on the inside of PJ. PJ gives plenty of room on the outside. Here comes Surratt on the inside. Slide job. Big one. Crossover move. PJ Popham. White flag is in the air. 1 lap around Weedsport. Kyle Vaughn up front looking away. He is going to come out of 4. He's going to be your race winner. Bryson will be 3rd. 4th. 3rd will be Ted Muffle. 4th will be PJ Popham at the line by a half a car length over Brandon Surratt. Chris Sine will be in 6th. 7th will be Jay Schwartz. 8th will be Bill Henry. 9th will be Pat Weiss. 10th will be Steve Miller. Heat race number 3 getting ready to grid up onto the speedway as we speak. And unfortunately, we do not have a Kyle Vaughn in here to get an interview with. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, we do. He already popped down into the A main. He is very excited as Kyle Vaughn was your race winner there in that one. Man, Kyle, you kind of took the lead and you did not look back. What was it like out there for you? You look fast. Good luck as you will be starting on the outside pole of that front row. Good luck to you. Here we go. Heat race number 3. 10 laps is the distance here. On pole on this one from Ohio, Byron Gay in that 70 machine. He's running the actual number 11 this week as a tribute. On the outside of him in that 56 machine of Randy Shreves. 3rd will be certain Zachary Neely in the 188. In 3rd will be Troy Flaro. In 5th, Warren Samoy is back here. He's starting 5th. 6th will be Kurt. 7th will be a newcomer, Christian. And in 8th, Tyler Audrey. In 9th will be Brandon. And rounding out the final position in that 51 machine will be Austin. As we get the 1 to go here coming out of turns number 4. iRacing Pace Truck lights are out. Lights are out onto the speedway. We are getting ready for your final heat race. Heat race number 3. 4 laps will I'm sorry, 4 cars will be the cars that will transfer. Your top 4 will transfer. Your green flag is going to fly this time by as they get ready to fire these 305 engines. Green flag is out. Zach Neely gets on the back bumper of Byron Gay. Really turns the car around. Zach Neely was excited to get on the throttle there. Randy Shreese takes the advantage of that one on the outside. Randy Shreese takes over your race lead there. Zach Neely kind of gets into the wall a little bit. Troy Flero now taking over to that 3rd position. Troy Flero working the inside of this racetrack. He was one of your guys that guys really talked about being quick here. As race on back here in that final transfer spot, Warren Samoy just put a pass on Zach Neely to take over that 4th final transfer spot. Really good battle up here with Byron Gay and Troy Flero on the inside. Troy Flero working the inside of this racetrack, clears Byron Gay, takes over that 2nd position. He is on the move, and he's looking for Randy Shreese. He's ready for a win, and he wants to talk to me in victory lane here in heat race number 3. 7 laps down of a 10-lap race. Randy Shreese out front of this one in that 56 machine. He's the only guy right now running the top side of the speedway in 1 and 2. Troy Flero on the bottom looking underneath the 56 machine. He has gained a lot, and he is your quickest guy out there on the speedway right now. Troy Flero running a 14.1 to Randy Shreese 14.3. Here comes Troy Flero on the inside. 4 laps to go here around Weedsport. Still 56 machine, still holding on to that position. In 3rd is back there with Byron Gay, and in that final transfer spot, Warren Samoy has it. Back up front, Randy Shreves is leading this one. He will come to the line. We will have 2 laps to go around Weedsport. Troy Flero into the inside wall. Troy Flero upside down, and he is out of this one. Randy Shreves is going to be your race winner here as long as there's no mistakes coming out of 4 here. He'll take the white flag. Byron Gay in that 2nd position. 3rd is Warren Samoy, and Zach Neely now has taken over the final transfer spot. Christian, 1 position out, the newcomer in. Randy Shreves out of 4. Randy Shreves will be heat race number 3 winner. Byron Gay will be 2nd. 3rd will be Warren Samoy. 4th will be Zachary Neely. 5th, Christian. 6th will be Tyler Aldry. As we will get Randy Shreves on the dial here. Randy Shreves took the advantage away from a mistake on the leader. It looked like Byron Gay was not able to get on the throttle, and Zach Neely was excited to get on the throttle and turned him just a little bit, and Randy Shreves takes over the race lead on command at the very initial start and did not look back. Randy Shreves, what was it like out there for you? Yeah, we had a hard-charging Troy Flero. There was a lot of talk, Troy Flero being the one guy that could be a guy that could win here. He was on the move, and he was the fastest guy out there. Made a mistake in the bottom of 3 and 4 and got upside down. Randy Shreves, you look strong out there. Good luck to you in the A-main. Here we are in the B-main, as starting on pole in this one by Brian Wax in the 14 machine. On the outside of him, Brandon Surratt. Brandon Surratt in that 73 machine. Starting in the 3rd position, the newcomer, Christian. Now 4th position in the 94 machine, that's Thomas Hagelin. In the 5th position in the 91 machine of Chris Sign. Tyler Aldry in the 27 machine will be starting in that 6th position. 7th will be Lance Jackson. 8th will be Jay Schwartz. 9th will be the 28 machine of Kirk. In the 10th position will be Ryan Insinger in the 13 machine. In the 11th position in the 33 from Florida, Bill Henry. The 12th position will be the 43 of Brandon Lagoon. In the 13th position in the 69 machine of Chris Miller. In the 14th position in the 41 machine, that is Pat Weiss. In the 15th position in the 999 machine and the 51, Austin Marlett. In the 16th position in the 54 machine of Seth French. Seth French was your top qualifier. Now he finds himself deep here in the B main. 7th will be Steve Miller. 18th, deep in this one, Troy Flaro. Jason Haynes will be 19th, and 20th will be Gordon Insinger. As we get ready for your B main action here. 12 laps will be the distance. Brandon Surratt looked strong in that heat race. Him and Chris Sign got together. Caused a little bit of a mess up there, and now he's forced to be in the B main. Troy Flaro made a big mistake there in his heat race. Had a flip there on the inside wall. Got a little bit too low, pressing the issue. He wanted that win. You've seen it. He had to transfer spot. He would have had a good starting position in the A main. Now he could potentially miss the A main here. We'll see what happens. 10 cars will transfer out of this one into the A main. The top 10. Your top 10 will make it into the A main here. Pace truck is off the speedway. Brian Wax is on the throttle. Brandon Surratt gets a really good run on the outside of Brian. Takes over the race lead early in on this one. Brian Wax looking to the inside of him, not being able to get there. Brian Wax gets a little sideways and a big wreck back there in the back on the front stretch. Everything stays green. Looked like one car was backwards, and now the caution flag has flown out onto the speedway. One guy was turned around sideways, turned around completely backwards on the speedway. As you see, Chris Sign has moved up into the 4th position. Him and Brandon Surratt kind of got together in their heat races right now. They are in transfer spot. Your final transfer spot right now belongs to Austin Marlett in that 51 machine, a newcomer as well. One position out of that transfer spot is Seth French. Seth French looking to come back. He was your top qualifier tonight. Troy Flaro is now up into the 13th position. He is 3 spots away from making the show. Will we be able to do it? We still got a lot of racing left in this one. So look high atop Weedsport. You can see the track really starting to wear off here. iRacing pace truck lights are out. We're double file restart. We are going green flag out of turns number 1. Here we go. 2 by 2 they go. We get on board here with Brandon Surratt, the race leader, on command. Green flag is out. We have 9 laps to go here at Weedsport in your B main action. Top 10 will transfer. Brandon Sturrett looking really strong up front. Brian Wax in that second position, but there is a battle for that position. As Chris Sign looking to the inside. Hard slider. Chris Sign into the inside wall. Turns it. Car sideways on the speedway. Upside down. Ryan Insinger. Austin. The caution flag is out on the speedway. Brian Wax is involved in that. Several drivers. Chris Sign got too low into that turn. Hit the wall. And that cost him big time. When we get back to racing here, we will have 5 laps left on this one. 5 laps will be the remaining of this, as your top 10 will transfer into the A main. Brandon Sturrett is still your race leader out front, has looked strong from the beginning of this one. In this 73 machine, he looked good in his heat race, and man, he is not happy to be back here. Thomas Hagelin having a really strong running here in that 94 machine, and Seth French on the heels here in that 3rd position. He's came deep in this field already. Troy Flero is 1 spot out. 1 spot out of the top 10 here. As we get set to go green flag here out of turn number 4. 4 laps remain in this one. This is on the command of Sturrett, and he has fired away that 305, and he hammers it down. Takes it to the top side. Seth French goes to the bottom side. Now he's looking for that 2nd position. Seth French on the move in that 54 machine underneath of Hagelin. Bill Henry on the top side in that 4th position. Thomas Hagelin in the wall a little bit there. Gives up that 3rd position now to Bill Henry. Still your leader, Brandon Sturrett up front, leading this one in the 73 machine. Seth French really strong here. He proved that he has the car. He is one of the faster guys out here on the speedway. Brandon Sturrett last lap was a 14.859. No one else is in the 14s. He is smoking around here as he takes your checker flag. Brandon Sturrett is your winner in your B main. Seth French was 2nd. 3rd was Bill Henry. 4th was Thomas Hagelin. 5th was Jay Schwartz. 6th was Austin Marlett. 7th was Chris Sign. 8th was Lance Jackson. 9th was Troy Flero. And 10th was Chris Miller. That is your final spot into the A main tonight, as Chris Miller will make the show, as it is warm-up session. No drivers will be out onto the speedway on this one. As the timer kicks down, we will get set for your running order here in your A main. Guys, we want to thank you for tuning in here on this episode of Millertime Motorsports. We can't thank you guys all enough, and we cannot thank our sponsors enough. As you see, their sponsors will roll to the bottom of the screen throughout all of the A main action. And stick around at the end as we give a special thank you to all of our sponsors out there. If it wasn't for them, we would not be able to do what we do. As the drivers get suited up into the race cars, this is week 7 of Millertime Motorsports. We are just a short time away from the big Kings of Miller race, and you do not want to miss that. That's in August. coming up here in the next couple weeks, we will be racing that, and that is a pay race. That is a money race. Some driver will walk away with $200 from the feature and potentially another $50, $75 from the Dash for Cash. So potentially they could be walking away with almost $300 from this race of Kings of Millertime. As your lineup is getting set for Weedsport week number 1, and on the pole for this one is going to be in the 53 machine from Fort Worth, Texas. That's Larry Bell. This is Larry Bell's very, very first A main that he has started on pole, and this is potentially his track to win. He is ready to go. He's strapped in, and on the outside of him, in the 24 machine of Kyle Vaughn. In row number 2, the 56 machine, that is Randy Shree. On the outside of Randy will be in the 00 from Canada. That's Jeff Valero. In the 3rd row, starting in 5th, in the 76 machine of Bryson Hughes. In the 6th position, in the 46 machine, your points leader, Jason Randolph. Starting in the 8th position, in the number 20, Ted Muffle. In the 9th position, in the 77 machine of Warren Samoy. In the 10th position, the number 5, Greg Barnett. In the 11th position, the number 32, PJ Popham. In the 12th position, in the 8th machine of Zach Neely. In the 13th position, the 73 machine of Brandon Surratt. Starting in the 14th position, in the 54 machine, that is Seth French. Starting in the 15th position, in the 33 machine, that is Bill Henry. Starting 16th, in the 94 machine, that is Thomas Hagelin. Starting 17th, in the 57 machine, that's Jay Schwartz. Starting 18th, in the 51 machine, that is Austin Marlett. Starting 19th, in the 91 machine, that's Chris Sine. Starting 20th, in the 18 machine, that's Lance Jackson. 21st will be Troy Flero. 22nd will be Chris Miller. 23rd will be Steve Miller. And Ryan Insinger will round out your field. We are going green flag out of 4. Green flag is in the air. Larry Bell has hit the hammer and takes the early command of this one. Larry Bell up front with a hard-charging Randy Shreves. His heart has to be pumping. He's never led a lap in this feature race as the caution flag is out on the speedway. Larry Bell has led his first lap of Millertime Motorsports. Caution flag has waved out here on the speedway. Our first caution of the night. As we wait to get the running order straightened out here, Larry Bell is still your race leader right now out front in that 53 machine, Wicked Energy GSR. Right in behind him will be Kyle Vaughn. We'll see if they double file restart again. He was not able to go one complete lap there, as they are setting it up for a double file restart. Will be basically a complete restart of this feature race. Larry Bell, your pole setter, on the inside, and Kyle Vaughn on his outside. Right behind him is Randy Shreves. Outside of Randy Shreves, you have Jeff Flero. That is your top four. Your top four there. iRacing pace truck lights are out. We are going green flag out of turn number 4. We're going to re-rack them, restack them, and try it again. It's showtime! Green flag is out, and Larry Bell gets a really good start there. Larry Bell takes the early command. Kyle Vaughn in second. Kyle Vaughn working the mid part of the track. Randy Shreves in that third position, followed by Jeff Flero. Up front still, Larry Bell leading this one. Kyle Vaughn in the hunt here in that second position, looking like he's making a move up into the back bumper, and the caution flag is back out onto the speedway again. New track for all these guys with Millertime Motorsports. We kind of anticipated that there could be several cautions in this one, as the caution flag is back out onto the speedway. Larry Bell has led every lap of this one so far, as we are 5 laps into this one. 5 laps down of a 30 lap race. We are going to re-rack them, restack them here. As Larry Bell is your race leader right now. First time he's led a Millertime Motorsports race in that 53 machine. The outside of him, Kyle Vaughn will line up there. This will be on the command of Larry Bell here. We will be getting a green flag here out of turns number 4. iRacing pace truck lights are out. These guys are getting antsy out there. They are ready to go. 2 by 2 by 2 by 2 they go. Green flag is out. Larry Bell's on the throttle. Really good restart for Larry Bell. Larry Bell to the inside, followed by Randy Shreves there in second. Now Randy Shreves is now taking over that second position. Now on the inside of him, big slide job of Kyle Vaughn. Kyle Vaughn now takes over that position. Randy Shreves had to get off the gas just a little bit to let him in. Randy Shreves now on the inside of Kyle Vaughn. That is Jason Randolph on the move now into that second position. Caution flag is out on the speedway. We will see where they put Jason Randolph, as I don't think we completed that lap. Big break for Randy Shreves, as he was kind of dropping back there. Jason Randolph's looking really good right now in that third position. We wondered if he would be able to make his way up through the traffic, and already he has done so. Inside the top 5 again, Jason Randolph sitting third. You got Randy Shreves right behind him. As we are 7 laps down in this one of a 30-lap race. Kyle Vaughn in the second position right behind your leader, Bell. Jason Randolph has moved up 3-4 spots in this one, I believe. As we are getting set to go green flag here. We'll get the 1 to go. Single file restart here. iRacing pace truck dips out. It's on Larry Bell. Larry Bell on the throttle. The 305 says fired away. Larry Bell, the bottom side of the racetrack. Kyle Vaughn in that second position. Tracking him down. Working now the top side of the racetrack. Randy Shreves in that 4th and 5th position. Jason Randolph in that 3rd position in the hunt. He wants to win this one. Now, a battle for the lead is now starting to shake up. As Kyle Vaughn goes to the inside. Now looking to the inside of Larry Bell. Now going to the outside of Larry Bell. Kyle Vaughn to the top side of the racetrack. Dipping to the bottom. Here comes maybe a slider for Vaughn. Vaughn with the inside. Not being able to put it in there right yet. Gives room. Randolph now looking to the inside of Vaughn. Vaughn side by side. Now the race is really going to heat up here for that top spot as both guys are racing hard. Inside of the lead now, Larry Bell working the inside. Still 2 by 2 behind Larry Bell. Vaughn and Randolph going at it. We're 20 laps left in this one. It's about to go 3 wide out of turn 4. Larry Bell into the side of the wall. That opens up the door for Vaughn. Vaughn now on the inside. Bell tries to go to the inside. They kind of touch just a little bit. Jason Randolph now hard charge into the turn. It's going to be side by side coming out of the turn. Bell on the outside. Big move on the outside for Larry Bell. Now takes over the second position from Randolph. And now Jeff Flaro takes away the position from Jason Randolph. On the top side of the racetrack, top side of 3 and 4 is really starting to come in. Bell has now moved up to the top of the racetrack in 1 and 2. That's almost 3 wide going into 3 there for that 2nd and 3rd position. Jeff Flaro into the wall. Just a little bit. Opens up the door for Randy Shreves. 3 wide coming out of 4. Big move for Randy Shreves. Taking to the top side and the caution flag is out on the speedway. Car stopped in turns number 3. That's Ryan Ensinger. As Kyle Vaughn has now taken over your race lead. Larry Bell's in 2nd. He had to battle off a hard-charging Jason Randolph and put a big move on the outside of him. Jason Randolph was up into the 3rd position. Now has dropped in back into the 5th position. As Jeff Flaro has taken over that 4th position. And the ABR of 56 machine of Randy Shreves is in that 3rd position. Larry Bell needs to try to get the lead back from Kyle Vaughn. Kyle Vaughn got the lead after he got into the wall out of turns number 4. They will probably end up going a double file restart here, I would imagine. We shall see. It was a good racing there all the way around the racetrack. There was some 3 wide racing around this really, really tight Weedsport track. Troy Flaro is up into the 11th position, and Brandon Surratt, that came from the B main, is now up into the 8th position. Looks like we are going to go with a single file restart here. Coming out of turns number 4, it'll be on the command of Kyle Vaughn. Green flag is in the air, and Kyle Vaughn is on the throttle. Kyle Vaughn goes to the top side of the racetrack. Big lead there. A big gap from him and Bell. Now the race is going to heat up for that second position with Randy Shreves on the back bumper of Bell. Randy Shreves close to the outside wall out of turns number 4. Big bump there as you enter into turns number 1. You could see it there on the car. Looking on board of Randy Shreves coming out of turns number 4. He's sitting in that third position trying everything he can to get around that next position of Randy Shreves. Randy Shreves still sitting in that third position. Everyone's kind of at the top side of this racetrack right now. Larry Bell holding on to a good second position right now. Randy Shreves is trying to look on the inside of him. Into the wall was Jason Randolph there. Jason Randolph loses some momentum there. Now opens up the door for the 76 machine of Bryson. Bryson on the inside of the 747 machine. Jason Randolph is now past him. He's in the 6th position outside the top 5. Kyle Vaughn up front, still leading this one with 9 laps to go. Larry Bell in the 2nd position. Randy Shreves in 3rd. Brandon Surratt is now up into the 4th position. Where in the world did Brandon Surratt come from? He is on the move. Brandon Surratt, he needs probably a caution flag or 2, and he could be right there in contention. 7 laps to go around this raceway. Down on the bottom side of the racetrack, 3 wide coming out of turns number 4. Flaro on the inside of Brandon Surratt. Surratt to the top side, and now a car sideways on the speedway. As yellow comes out. Big, close call for Flaro there. Flaro about ran into him. Caution flags is out onto the speedway. This will bunch him back up, tie him up. We do apologize for the audio issues we were having earlier on in the program. I think we've got those squared away now. We have the 1 to go here. We are going to be going green flag out of turn number 4. We got 6 laps to go in this one. Jeff Flaro looking good in that 5th position, holding off a Jason Randolph, looking for a race lead here. Green flag is out into the speedway. Kyle Vaughn is on the throttle. Everyone goes to the top side of the racetrack. Jason Randolph. Oh, Zach Neely. Jeff Flaro in the wall. Jeff Flaro kind of upside down there. Stays green as we speak right now. Kyle Vaughn is your race leader. Larry Bell trying to hold her off for 5 more laps. He's in that 2nd position. Randy Shreves in the 3rd position. Brandon Surratt making a big run on the inside. They get kind of a little bit sideways there. Brandon Surratt in the side of Larry Bell. It's going to open up the door now for Jason Randolph. Jason Randolph, big slider on the inside. Bell powers around on the outside as the caution flag is out. Guys are really getting racy now as we've only got 3 laps to go. Guys getting into each other. Jason Randolph now back up into the 3rd position. Kyle Vaughn is your race leader currently right now, with Kyle Vaughn being your race leader and Larry Bell in 2nd. Both of those guys have not won a race in Millertime Motorsports history, so either one of those guys could make history tonight. In that 3rd position in the 56 machine of Randy Shreve, sitting 2nd in points right now, and he is ahead of Jason Randolph, so it's a good night for Randy Shreves. Brandon Surratt trying to come back in this one. Brandon Surratt is really, really fast right now, but there's just no room to work right now on this racetrack. You may go down to the bottom side of this racetrack in turns number 1. That looks open right now. We will have 4 laps to go around Weedsport. It don't look like anyone has anything for Kyle Vaughn. Will Kyle Vaughn make a mistake? We shall see. Single file restart here with 4 laps to go here at Weedsport, week number 7. About to go green flag here out of surge number 4. Green flag is out. Vaughn gets a good restart here. Larry Bell in behind him. Larry Bell goes mid-track on the outside of him. Randy Shreves tries to make a move. Now Brandon Surratt out of nowhere comes up into the 2nd position. Here we go. Battle is on now. Brandon Surratt really hammering it down there. Got sideways out of the turn. Now we've got 4 laps left around this speedway. Kyle Vaughn, still your race leader. Brandon Surratt into the 2nd position. Larry Bell has dropped outside the top 3. Still within the top 5 right now. Jason Randolph in the 3rd position, trying to track down your race leaders. Big battle on back in through here. Jason Randolph working the top side of the racetrack. Now is going to try to take the outside. Now the inside. Big crossover move for Randy Shreves. We believe something happened to our ticker. Yes, that was the conclusion of that race. I apologize for that, folks, as our ticker went down. As Brandon Surratt gets a podium finish there. Kyle Vaughn winning this one here in the 24 machine. So your top 3 there, with Kyle Vaughn winning it, Brandon Surratt in 2nd, in 3rd was Jason Randolph. As you see there, that is how they finished here at the Speedway. Kyle Vaughn taking away the win, his very first win in Millertime Motorsports history. Brandon Surratt was in a hard 2nd position. Brandon Surratt there. I believe Brandon Surratt was probably your fastest guy out on the Speedway. Jason Randolph will finish out in 3rd. And 4th will be Larry Bell with his very first top 5 in Millertime Motorsports. So congratulations to Larry Bell. In 5th will be Randy Shreves. 6th was Zach Neely. 7th was Bryson Hughes. 8th was Troy Flero. 9th was Seth French. 10th was Byron Gay. 11th was Lance Jackson. 12th was Thomas Hagelin. 13th was Jay Schwartz. 14th was Ted Muffle. 15th was Jeff Flero. 16th was Greg Barnett. 17th was Warren Samoy. 18th was Bill Henry. 19th was Chris Miller. 20th was Austin Marlett. 21st was Chris Sine. 22nd was PJ Popham. 23rd was Ryan Ensinger. And 24th was Steve Miller. Let's see if we can get your race winners on the dial. We will start with your third place finisher. Your third place finisher tonight, Jason Randolph. Kind of had an up and down night there. Came up within striking distance of the leader. Then dropped back into 5th, 6th, 7th position. And came right back up there. Jason, what was it like out there for you tonight?
It was pretty wild there for a while. It seemed like we were going 2 and 3 wide through the corners, and I don't really have a whole lot of laps here, so just trying to hold on, and was able to do that through a few wrecks here and there.
Again, we talk again. You have made it inside the top 5 again. This is now 7 weeks in a row. Truly incredible what we're really seeing here. Not very many drivers can say that I've been in the top 5 for 7 straight weeks with the competition that is in this league. What is it going to take to continue that out for the remainder of the season?
Definitely got away with one tonight. I qualified pretty low and didn't make the invert, so I was pretty far back there, but not a bad heat race. Made it into the feature transferring, so just got to keep doing well in the heats and starting up front.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive seeing the points lead. It looks like you're going to take away an even bigger points lead now because you did beat Randy Streets, which is sitting second in points, and Ben Wart as well. So going forward, we've got just a few more races left. When do you feel like you can take the pressure off? That the pressure's not there anymore.
I guess the closing laps on the last night. I think it'll probably come down to something like that. It's pretty good drivers in here, so I imagine it'll stay pretty close.
I would agree with you. I think it'll come down to that very last night. Jason, congratulations on your third place finish. Is there anybody out there that you would like to thank?
I'd like to thank all the guys over at the Fern Motorsports, Apex Solid Glass and Tinning, ABR Setup Shop, Butt Kicker, Madden's Transport, and 21 Designs, you guys at Dirt ITV for covering the races, and everyone at Millertime for coming out racing and giving us something to do on Sundays.
All right, good luck to you next week as we head to Lernerville.
All right, thank you.
And now for your runner-up, Brandon Surratt really came deep in this race to come away with a second-place finish. What it looked like to us is that you were the fastest car out there on the track. What was it like trying to battle through that traffic to get up front?
I tell you, man, it was pretty tough. There's still a lot of fast guys out there tonight, even being a new track. Obviously, there's not a whole lot of passing that goes on here. So starting where I did in the A main, it was really tricky to try to be able to make moves. You just really had to look for people making mistakes and try to take advantage where you can.
Yeah, so take us back through that heat race when you guys were battling. You and Chris Stein was battling really hard. You both had a transfer spot. You guys get touching each other, and it loses some momentum and really hurt where your starting position was in your feature. Take us back to those laps.
We started off pretty strong there. Obviously, we were both, going for it. Even being in the top 4 spot, it was still a battle. We had a lot of fast guys behind us, so we were throwing slide jobs left and right, and running that close. Anything can happen, and I think we pushed a little too hard. We made a little contact, and unfortunately, it got my right rear in the wall actually. And, that grabbed me and slowed me down. I lost a lot of momentum. I think two or three guys got by us there.
Yeah. Is there anybody out there that you want to thank for? I mean, this second place finish has to feel really, really good, and there has to be people out there you've got to thank.
Big thanks to all my guys at Double Deuce Motorsports. Big thanks to ABR Setup Shop for all the training sessions and support that they've given us, and all my buddies at Bell Racing as well.
All right. Good luck to you next week as we head to Lernerville.
I appreciate it, Ryan. You have a good one.
And now your race winner, Kyle Vaughn putting it in victory lane for the first time in the 305 Summer Series. Kyle Vaughn, take us through the start of that race. What was it like?
And it was really fun battling Larry there. He's a great racer. I was really getting a good bike coming out one on the bottom, and I just took advantage of a small mistake he made, and that was that. It was real fun.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. It looked like Larry Bell came out of turn number 4, got in the wall just a little bit, and that opened up the door for you, and that was enough to get around. And then from there, you pretty much said, see you later, and didn't look back.
Oh, I was looking back. I was looking back at them battling. I was loving every minute of it. I wasn't even that good there the last 10 laps. I was just hanging on. I kind of put my wing back there the last caution, just hoping I get a good restart, and I did. And I was just trying to get enough space, so in case I did make a mistake, I'd have some cushion to soften the blow, I guess.
What's it feel like getting that first win in the 305 for Millertime Motorsports?
I'm pumped. I didn't expect to get a win at Weedsport of all tracks. I not to sound arrogant, but I've been pretty decent in the races I've run this year, but I just haven't been finishing off. This week I've ran a good complete night, and it feels great.
Yeah, you were a guy coming into the season that we thought was a guy that had high hopes and could finish really well, and now you take away a victory at Weedsport, the very first track that we visit here for the first time in Millertime history. So is there anybody out there that you want to thank for that finish tonight?
I don't have really any sponsors, just Millertime for putting on this great league, and my fiance for letting me do this.
Well, congratulations on your win. Soak it up as we head to Lernerville next week.
Thank you.
And that was your race winner, Kyle Vaughn, putting it in victory lane. And now, yet again, we have another winner of Millertime Motorsports. Again, all out of 7 weeks, we've only had one driver that's ever won 2 races this whole season. And that is incredible to see that it's anybody's race. It was Larry Bell's race early in the race, made a mistake out of turn 4, got in a wall, gave up the lead. That seemed like that was what it was all about, because it was really hard to pass the leader. These guys are really fast, and that's all it took for Kyle Vaughn to get around the guy in front of him. So congratulations to Kyle Vaughn. Congratulations to Larry Bell for his top 5 finish, very best finish. And Brandon Surratt putting on a really good charge into that second position. And we can't say enough about Jason Randolph. Again, we say it again and again and again. I feel like it's Groundhog's Day. He's inside the top 5 again, and he will continue to be your points leader coming out of weeks number 7 and into weeks number 8 at Lernerville. Until next time, we will see you guys later.